Well, Fitchin Opinions hasn't had an update in a while, so why not get an opportunity and do it on a English name opinions for the starters that has been officially announced. And in case you're wondering why you're not hearing the laptop, it's because I'm using an iTouch this time. I'm a cheater. Anyways, first starter, Sutarja. Its English name is Snivy. What do I think of Snivy? Snivy is an interesting English name. One of the better ones, I suppose. I mean, true, it's one of the three actual translated ones. I'll get into that in a little bit, but basically, Snivy is one of the three translated, officially starters, and you know, it's pretty interesting. It's basically a combination of snake and ivy, obviously. Though I'm wondering if it's something else. I have no clue, and I haven't done these in a while, so that's probably why I'm sounding a little different, because I have not done these in a while. Boy, I'm out of practice. I am really out of practice. So Snivy, what do I think about it? It's cool. I think Snivy's a pretty interesting name. Probably one of the better English names, in my opinion. Next we got Tepig, who is Pokebu's English name, if you couldn't tell. Tepig is, let's just say, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Tepig is a horrible English name. A really bad English name, in my opinion. It is such a bad English name. I mean, I didn't like Pokebu's, Pokebu's, whatchamacallit, Evos to begin with. But when you have a combination of a bad English name and bad Evos, that doesn't really work, does it? So, I'm afraid Tepig is out. Whatever I said on part 2, Tepig is completely and totally out. I don't like its Evos whatsoever. Pokebu alone. Just alone. I only like Pokebu alone. Then we got Mijumaru's English name, Oshawott, which is a combination of ocean and otter. I think so. Now, I could be wrong about this, but I believe this is how it goes. I mean, it kind of makes sense if you think about it. I mean, it's a water type and so on and so forth. I mean, it makes sense if you ask me. Oshawott is pretty good. It's a pretty good English name. I like it. But all these English names, other than Tepig, are kind of messed still. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm used to the Japanese names? I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. It's really hard to say. I guess we'll have to find out, like, sometime when I get Pokemon Black. So, in total, what order do I prefer these starters? From best to worst. Let's just say Pokebu goes down to the lower tier, to third place, because it's Evos. And Sutarja and Mijumaru go to fight for second and first place, because it's kind of a close battle, because both their Evos are cool, and both Pokemon are awesome. So, to me, it's kind of hard to say which Pokemon is my favorite, so I don't have a placement for those guys, but I'll tell you one thing, if they're gonna make a remake for Pokemon Black and White, Mijumaru will probably be my choice, because I'm not a big fan of Pokebu. And we got the English name of Isshu region, the Unova region, which we now know that apparently it's Latin from Unum Nova, which means one new. Wow, I fail at Latin. I'm sorry, I do. Di Fama. Okay. you just got rolled. Reshiram and Zekrom are still English names, just like I said in part 3 back in May. Like, back in May. That was ages ago. They still have their abilities, Terra Volt and Turbo Blaze. What's different is that Zekrom is going to be called the Deep Black Pokemon, and Reshiram is going to be called the Vast White Pokemon. So it's kind of cool, if you ask me. So that's about it, pretty much. So that's the English names of the starters. That's the English name of the region. That is the English name of their of legendary's abilities and their little typing names, you know, like the Monster Fox Pokemon and stuff, which I had to refer to anyways because Zoroark is the English name for Zoroark. Kind of interesting if you ask me, because personally I prefer Zoroark. Zoroark is a cooler name. But to be quite honest, I used to call, back before I knew what Zoroark was called, I used to call Zoroark Kitsune. This was only because back then I learned that Zoroark was gonna be like a fox, and he was supposed to be like a Kitsune fox, kind of like Ninetales and stuff. So I figured this was, you know, sort of similar, so I sort of came up with that. So it was like a temporary name, a whole name placer, until I discovered who his actual name was. And then I finally discovered it was Zoroark, Dark Fox Pokemon. And yeah. So pretty much we got 6 English names down. 6 down, 150 more to go. Wonderful. Who wants to bet that some of them are going to be even worse? I'm not looking forward to it, because I don't like trash bag Pokemon. I'm sorry, I shouldn't rant about 5th Gen just yet. When I get Pokemon Black, and I mean when I get Pokemon Black, I will give my full-fledged opinions on every single Pokemon. Like, you know, some Pokemon. Like, I'll give my opinions on it, and so on and so forth. It would be kind of like a review, sort of, but not really. I don't know. That's about it. So, I know this sounds a little strange, because personally, I haven't done these in a while, so forgive me. And, you know, you can't really blame me, because I haven't done these in a while, and I'm probably really out of practice, so, yeah. Because of that, that's really all I have to mention. So, I hope that these opinions don't really strike you shocked, because I'm sure most of you don't really like these English names as much as I do. But to me, Snivy and Oshawott is good names. Zoroark, Reshiram, and Zekrom are excellent names. But Epic. I wonder what the other English names are. That's gonna be very annoying. Very annoying indeed. Oh well. Oh well. So, I'll see you next time.